Okay, here we are. All right, let's see. Are we up? Yeah, I think we are. Is everyone? No. Okay. Can you see us all? It's kind of a tough space. Yeah. The camera is kind of cut here.
No, it's not.
Like.
It's easier than my screen.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's all good.
Hey everyone.
Hey there. What is up? So here we are for this closure of the year. It's the last live stream we're gonna have this year. That because we're gonna get into a recess or a vacation time from now until the start of January. So, well, expect no live streams in this period because we have life, and so we gotta take care of those things. But yeah, we're here basically to firstly show everyone who we are. Like I believe you've seen me many times. Sometimes other people that joined me on earlier live streams, but we've never been together like as a whole. And we're missing one here, which is Dragoon. He's not here because he's traveling and enjoying his life as he should. But well, so firstly, the idea here is like to get like just an overview of how was 2018 for us, like for the company, for the development of our games, and for this new experience with community, and like with a centered community, right? Because we had community, but it was spread all over the place. And to talk a bit about how we expect 2019 to be, because well, it seems like a pretty intense year for us, so I think it's gonna be cool here. And feel free, obviously, to comment anything you want, to ask things in the chat. If you have questions of what we're gonna do or how our projects are gonna be, just feel free to ask and to comment anything like regarding the live streams or the community in general, like the Discord server. If you think there's something good that you think of it, or some kind of improvement that you might have, feel free to add and to chat. So, well, to start, I think it's good for us to just present ourselves. So, firstly, I'm Vitor Malcher. It's weird to pronounce my name in English, but anyway. So, I'm the community manager at Behold, and you've probably seen me in some live streams. And, well, go on.
My name is Guy. It's easier that way. And I'm a game designer for Behold Studios. And let's make it simple or?
Yeah, it's cool.
Hi, I'm Saulo Cambrari. I'm the founder of Behold Studios, and also the programmer and kind of external producer to the company. Hi.
Hi, I'm Leonardo Frank. I am one of the programmers as well. Yes, that's it.
I'm Bruno, and I'm one of the artists and animators, and yeah.
My name is Hugo, and I'm also one of the artists. Yes.
Okay, cool. So I will start. Does anyone want to start? Okay, I will start. I think because one thing I liked. It's weird to say how was 2018 for me, like for Behold, for me personally to say, because it was pretty much the first year I was here. So it was awesome, because I'm working here, so yeah. But I think it was very surprising, mostly because that relationship that we built with the community, like how it was to maintain and to open that door for the community it was, at least for me, surprisingly good. You know, that openness and the feedbacks we've gotten and how close we are now with many of you. Like it was all of a big surprise in how awesome it is. I think it's solidly the most marking thing for me on 2018. And I'm wondering, like, how was it for you? Because I have that contact more directly with the community, but you know, everyone was there interacting and chatting with the community. How was that?
Yeah, I think this year, 2018, was a very community-driven year for us because we have been working for 9 years, so we have a big community. We have a lot of games like Knights of Pen and Paper, Chrome Squad, and Galaxy of Pen and Paper, and so many others, and game jams as well, games. And but the thing that we realized in the beginning of the year is that our community was like kind of spread out like everywhere. So it was hard to reach everyone. Like if we wanted to talk with someone from Steam, we would need to go to the community on Steam. We have some emails. We have some Facebook. The community on Facebook as well. We have the Twitter, Instagram, and kind of everyone spread out, and we thought that all of those channels weren't having we were reaching like the way we wanted. Like when we started doing the Discord server, we kind of we felt that everyone was more close to us now, because kind of we're chatting every day. We're like going to promoting new things and making like open betas, open demos for the games, and we kind of, I feel more like closer to the community now. Even if we have like this big community spread out all over the place, but now with some of you actually on the Discord server, I think we're having like this more close feel. So it's really good.
Yeah, Victor is asking, Redlink is asking, what did it miss? Not much. We were pretty much presenting ourselves. It's something that, if you have the curiosity, you should rewatch it. But we just started, you know, talking about what we want for, like, what we got from 2018 and the things that marked us the most. But you know, I was thinking, now you're talking about the community and the relationship with it. It was, I think, the first time that someone that played their game that we made became my friend and not the other way around, you know?
Right.
Like, I've never had that, but personally, that experience of like having someone that loved our game and then you know start chatting with them and then you become friends.
Right.
Normally it's the other way around. You show your game to a friend and then he likes it and that's it. So I thought it was like pretty cool. What else from 2018, I mean, this year, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the lives are very good as well, right? Because usually the community is just receiving like messages from us, but in kind of a more how to say that, like a more advertisement message. Like we're advertising our games, advertising the things that we did, but it's very rare to see like we like talking like in a more casual way. So I think the lives could be this starting point, like, where they can see that we are just humans doing the thing that we love, and we're not like machines that create games and fix bugs every day. You know, it's a hard career that we chose. So, but yeah, I think every time that we posted like a photo on Facebook, we realized that if the photo of our group or a video was very like casual, like informal, everyone was like commenting, like giving likes to the image, to the photo, and we realized that it's actually better for us to show our like human side, our daily routine, the things that we do every day, other than like just post updates of the game and promotions of the game and like they don't want like to be receiving that all the time. So I think we need that approach. We need to be more casual, more personal. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, 2018 it was like all about the community, I think.
Yeah, and I think that personal thing, it reflects better what we are, right? Like, we're not someone that's like throwing information all the time. We don't want to set ourselves apart. It's like, we're this, we're this small family that works together and stuff like that. Yeah. Firstly, well, thanks Misery Cop and Mermaid Cup for the follows. Now we have animations, and I'm actually way too proud for this. But yeah, thanks for the follow. And well, what else? 2018. What about games? Yeah, +1.
Galaxy.
We got.
Was nice. Like so much that we done, and we actually made it to the release. We actually released the update, and it was really cool because there was like tons of stories and new classes, and people were asking for more content, so it was nice. What else?
It was a massive update, right?
Yeah.
And I think it brings many things that like we wanted for the game, right?
Yeah. Most of the people actually just saw that we added content, but the thing is that we fixed a lot of things about the game, not just bugs. We fixed like for example the skill system
Mechanics,
and I think the game is much better now. The events as well that happens when you're traveling, so they actually make sense where you are, what you're doing, the mission that you're doing. So this is actually changing a lot of the game. And usually people don't see that, just see like that, oh, there's new content. Actually, I think the game is a lot better, so you should try it.
Yeah, if you haven't already. Yeah. And Spaghetti, thanks for the follow again. But yeah, one thing about this release, it was that it was alongside with the community, right? So we had this release of so much content to update that was helped by the community, like to test it and to make it better, to improve it, and to give feedback. And when we released, we got the feedbacks right away. I don't know. I just felt the communication was so fast.
That's good.
Like it was very visceral. The release, it was like a bunch of feedbacks all the way, a bunch of bugs. Oh my God, how many bugs? But it was good. It was crazy. In that sense, it was very good. Very intense.
This is what I was actually trying to say, is that back then, like in 2017 and back in the other years, when we released a new game or a new patch, everyone would find us on the social network just to talk about bugs or to complain about something that happens. And usually it's really hard for someone to just come to us to say what they liked in the game or to be more And with the Discord server and the lives, we're feeling that we're more closely to the community, so we can hear other things as well, like what they're enjoying about the games, what they're feeling about the games, and their excitement, oh, I want to play, I want to go back from school, I want to download the game before, there's an anxiety of playing the game.
It was nice people expecting the update to play. Are you guys releasing the update just Friday because I want to play in the weekend?
Yeah, if we were planning, oh my God, I have to play it. I'll reserve this weekend for playing the update.
It's really awesome to test this game so closely to the community.
Yeah,
and not just that. I've been talking to people Chroma Squad lore. I was never able to do that because we didn't have this open channel, so it was pretty good. It's always funny.
Yeah, if you don't already know, we are in the Discord server. If you want to join our Discord server is discord.gg/beholdstudios. And we have already more than 600 people there. And we're daily chatting with everyone and posting new updates, posting photos from our daily routine and some bugs that we find,
Yeah.
our devlog that we're actually right now developing the game called Outer Space. And we have this open pre-alpha prototype that people are playing already. And if you want to join us, just go to Discord and talk with us.
Yeah, when we talk about community, that's what we meant. You know, like there's that Discord community. That's the new thing. That's more centralized and well, that's a place. If you want to reach us somehow, like talk to us outside of streams, obviously, because in streams you can just write in the chat. But we're there. You know, everyone's there checking out messages like pretty much every day. So it's a pretty fluid way to talk to us. So people are asking, first of all, Zslag HD. Oh my god, your nicknames are awesome. Well, thanks for the follow. Okay, so people are just commenting that only 2 people of us have shaved before the stream.
Shaved?
Yeah, we're not much into shaving. That's not part of our culture, community, our company culture.
Yeah, I just checked because I was bored at the time.
Yeah.
Nothing to do, or
But yeah,
and actually Bruno also didn't say to shave, right?
I never shave. I didn't.
yeah,
It's just like that.
he's beyond that. You know, he doesn't need that. Yeah. He's way beyond
He's
that.
very young, like 16 years old, right?
Yes.
Totally.
Times 2.
Times 2, yeah.
Okay. Well, what else?
I have one thing.
Okay, have a say. Okay.
As we are speaking about Discord,
Okay.
I very liked the art challenge that we organized.
Oh, that was so cool.
It was
The
so
collab.
cool, watching you guys making art and valuing those characters we spent time creating and understand the lore of things and really interpreting and having your own view about our characters, right?
Yeah, totally. That was so awesome.
Yes, yes.
We got.
And for us, it's amazing that there are people there, not just playing or because it's a couple of times of gameplay, right? But carrying these with you through our lives and making art with it, and so that's awesome for us.
Yeah, just contextualizing, we had an art collab in which we've gotten like many entries from community artists that sent us their interpretation of many of our characters in our games, like villains and characters in general, and mostly villains and enemies,
The
right?
villains are the best, yeah.
And it's interesting that at the end of it we had a giveaway for keys for those who participated and stuff like that. But what was really cool, I think it was like you could see the passion in people, you know, like they were not just sending something that was technically awesome and so like that. Like there were some drawings that was simply amazing, but there were like passion, you know, there was passion there. They really loved those characters. They wanted to see them in new ways. So it was.
Yes, we need to do that again.
We do need. Yeah, we do need. It was very.
More than one drawing as well. Like.
Many people did.
So
Like Green's Bacon. I don't know if he's watching right now, but he did like 10. I don't know. It was like at one point he just stopped and said, "Okay, I think I will stop right now because I've done way too many." But it was awesome. Like
yes.
totally well recalled. This one. You were about to say something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that another thing about 2018 that we really like was release our first game on Nintendo Switch.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Like,
We're the Nintendo!
Yeah.
Finally!
we are really fans of Nintendo Switch, so releasing our first game on Nintendo Switch was really cool. And Knights of Pen and Paper. And congrats to the team at Plugin Digital and Saving Studio who did the port and the publishing of the game.
Indeed.
And some really awesome people to work with.
Yeah.
And it was a really nice release and it was really well received and it was like a hit huge milestone for us. And we just released last week the Knights of Pen and Paper 2 as well. And we're planning to release Galaxy as well, and maybe our future games and so on. So, and it was like we were really happy to release this game on Switch. And it's a really nice thing about this year as well.
It's great to have that door open, you know, like just say, okay, now you're in the Switch, okay, now it's open. Let's put it all there. Oh my God,
Yeah,
it's cool. It's awesome.
If you want to check the game, Knights of Pen and Paper 1 and Knights of Pen and Paper 2, they're both on Switch right now. PS4 as well and Xbox. And the good thing about the console version is that they have everything on it. So every DLC, every content update and patch, everything is on there. Like from the if you just buy the game, there's tons of things to do.
There's a bundle with both of them as well.
Yeah, there's a bundle. Yeah, you can buy both with a discount. So everyone is asking, so I'm going to just say it. 2019, we're expecting to have Galaxy of Pen and Paper and Chroma Squad on the Switch as well. So yeah,
This is gonna be so cool. Oh my God! Oh, they can fit so much. Anyway, Victor is saying that his drawing was horrible. It was not. Come on. You clearly gave a shot on enhancing your skills. Like he said, 3 times the same drawing, but like remaking it and getting the feedback from people and upgrading it and making it better. So that's way more valuable, I think, than anyone that draws daily and do something in 1 minute and put it there. I think your work and your passion in making that character is way more
It's
valuable.
open for critiques and
Totally.
and improve your work, right?
That's what is important.
Yeah, congratulations.
So there. Don't feel bad. Come on. Anything else about 2018? Because I think we reached 72 2019 already.
you can say about outer space. Right?
Oh, obviously, yeah.
So here in Brazil, for a long time, we've been working with trying to get from the government to fund the game industry. It's already happened in a lot of other countries like Canada, Korea, and France, and etc. All over the world, basically. And in Brazil, for the past 2 years, they have this big call out for submissions for new projects. And for outer space, we actually got nominated for this open call. And so we got funded to create this game. So, and this is very good for us because we kind of have this liberty, this freedom, this freedom of doing the game that we want. So it's very special for us to be in this place where we can have this. It's not a lot of money. It's kind of we need to finish the game by the beginning of next year. But at the same time, we feel that we can do the game that we want. So. And that's why we're going for the community and having this open pre-alpha prototype, so you can play it right away and you can say what you think about the game. And it's a very strange, complex, very unusual game because we're trying to create a strategy game, but in a couch fun version. Because usually that don't happen, Like when you have survival games and strategy games. They are usually very long games where you play one match for 10 hours, 15 hours. You can say
Pretty hardcore,
yeah. It's Dawn Star, Factorio, or Civilization, and or even the real-time strategy StarCraft, etc. So, and we wanted to create a game that you play in a couch fun experience. You're in a party and you have your friends and you want to play a 10 minutes, 20 minutes match. And that could happen in this game. That's what we're trying to achieve. And basically, we don't have anything to compare with. That's really hard. We're trying to find a game that's similar to ours, and we don't find anything
reference
this approach.
Yeah, reference gathering for this game is crazy. It's something that's.
Of course, the basic mechanics we can find in Overcooked, you can find in other survival games, but it's very unusual to see this strategy, survival / couch fun game. So it's a very interesting journey for us. As well, Hugo was telling about yesterday about this, that we're going for 3D, right?
Yes.
And we're not using pixel art this time. We don't have story like narratives and like this story with text and a lot of reading. So it's a very different game for us.
Yes.
But yeah, what do you think?
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Of course, as every game we make, we try to make that challenge to improve ourselves as developers and as a company as well. We learned a lot on this year, but the work has been paid off. It's really giving results because the game it's fun in its way. We are still working on its mechanics and testing every day and one time. Often we play together and have a good laughs sometimes. And well, that's some work to be made, but the game is really running pretty good.
Yeah, Red Link saying here that he was never able to finish Outer Space in 10 minutes. I think neither of us was.
But if you play with 3 or 4 and you're
yeah.
going to happen.
And you know, we're still getting to that point. You know, where we're still adding new stuff to the game. So balance is a thin line together. Like the expectation, like we want to have that game to be like very quick in those matches. But you know, that's actually why we need so much help from you to test it out and to see if it's too hard, if it's too easy on 1 or 4 players and stuff like that. So well. Thanks for not being able to defeat the game in 10 minutes because it's helping us a lot. And Spaghetti is telling us that he met us at BGS, and the question is like if we get in contact with them to be there in the event, or if they come to us.
Oh, Brazil Game Show?
Yeah.
No, it's actually pretty simple. They have this open process. You just buy like a booth, a slot. You pay for it, and you're there. Like there's no curatorial like selection. So it's really simple. If you have like $3,000, you can pay for it. So yeah, you don't need to be special or anything like that.
Yeah, I think there would be a curation if for some reason the space wasn't enough. But it's not that case. Like,
it was not like full for.
No.
Especially the indie areas.
Yeah, usually it's not full. Yeah, and they have open slots. So, yeah. If you have a game, if you want to show your game there, just like get your money and
make your plans to spend this money.
Yeah,
because the event is full of people, that actual players that will test your game.
Yeah.
Of course. If you can, if your game is already released, I think it's much better because you can talk to people and gather some actual buyers, actual players buying your game. So it's a way to gather.
Don't go too early, right?
Yes.
If you have just a very early prototype, like just don't go to BGS to show your game there because. Usually it doesn't make sense for you to spend a lot of money just to show a prototype.
Yeah, because it's a media event, so the Brazilian media and websites that focus on indie game developer or that kind of stuff will look for the best, and maybe they will go for your game. So it's a nice opportunity if you have a very well polished game. So.
Yeah, if you're close to release, if you have a very good beta version of the game.
Yeah, there was been a game this BGS, I think Letting the Line. I don't know. It's a game that I've never heard of like before, and a lot of the media covered it, like because they liked it, you know. So there are these example of games that might not have gotten enough coverage before going to the event, but after they went, like a lot of people started talking about them. So it's a good opportunity if you have a cool, closed, well-polished game. It's nice.
That's true.
Okay, Red Link's asking for if we can have an episode editor competition for the beginning of 2019,
Yeah.
I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, we have this idea. I was actually talking with the community like a month ago, I think, about when we were taking Chroma Squad to the Switch. We were like just discussing this idea of taking the best episodes that the community creates on the community manager, the episode editor, and we would put their episode in the game, like in the vanilla game. So this is one of the ideas that we have, and I think this could happen, but we need to properly announce it like by the beginning of next year and state the rules, you know, because there's a lot of kind of rules. Like for example, probably the episode needs to make sense to the story. So if someone is playing the game for the first time on the Switch, it would be really strange to see an episode that doesn't make sense to the whole story, even if it's a community created content. But so yeah, we need to create those rules and announce it right at the beginning of the year, because probably our publisher is going to be Plugin Digital again, and the Seeded guys, they're like taking the game for Switch, and we need to have those episodes before they start doing the ports. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen right in the beginning of next year. So yeah, create your episodes. Like if you want to start right now, it's on Steam, the Steam Workshop. The episode editor is kind of a DLC for the game, so you install it at the Chrome Squad, and then you go for the DLCs part of the Steam.
It's a free DLC.
It's a free DLC, yeah, there's an option there, the episode editor, so you can just download it for free, and you can start testing and creating your own episodes. You can write texts, you can make animations, you can make the monsters go in, go out, and have some interactions with the environment and the other characters. So it's really fun. And actually, if you, with that tool in your hand, you can pretty much do almost everything in the game, and you can create a whole campaign if you wanted. So, but if you want to start creating online episodes, go ahead, go try on the Steam. And probably the best episodes, or even like one or two of them, are going to the console version that we're going to release next year. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, and about the episode editor, I think we have that idea of having an episode of live stream in which we build up an episode with the community. During the live stream, so that might happen as well. I don't know, I think it would be pretty interesting, not only to show the tools and how the editor works, but also to have something that built, you know, collectively. I think that would be pretty cool.
It would be nice after the announcement.
Yeah, totally. Thanks, Felizolinha and Prophecy Studios for following. I just realized that we have the wrong animation running when someone falls.
Really?
Yeah, it should be our animation. Like we made GIFs for this, but it's running the regular, the standard zombie running. I don't know. I'll take a look into that next year. So yeah, yeah. But well, and Spaghetti thanked us for answering, but he's asking more so how much does it cost to show
Like,
game at BGS?
more or less like 3,000 reais.
Yeah, which is
That's kind of $1,000.
yeah, pretty much.
Kind of.
Yeah, a little lower.
And it's just
Yeah, $700 or
it's actually
$800.
just a regular booth, and you need to take your own TV and computers and everything else.
Yeah.
It's just like a booth, so empty booth.
Yeah, it's pretty much the space. Yeah, you pay a certain amount to get a space there to show your game, and then you get to resolve anything else that you need. Yeah, I think the line. Eu acho que travou. But, cara, isso tá rolando de vez em quando.
No YouTube tá de boa?
Acho que não. Deixa eu ver. Oh,
This is next.
okay. YouTube's working.
YouTube's working.
Is it work? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But Twitch is
It's
not.
just afterwards.
Why isn't Twitch working? Oh, maybe it's just not
Just Discord or the Twitch probably streaming.
Wait, no, it just.
Hello, no.
Yeah, I just.
Twitch.
Think I'll just. Eu acho que vou ter que terminar e começar de volta. Low quality.
Diminui a qualidade no Twitch ali pra fazer streaming. Porque a gente tá mandando fazer e buscando ela duas vezes.
Ah, tá, entendi.
Vídeo aqui. Isso, coloca.
O quê?
Fomos. Não.
Eu acho que ele atualiza automaticamente. Deixa eu terminar. Hoje não era pra atrapalhar.
Era do peer-to-peer.
Sim.
Galera ficou pulando.
Gravando no YouTube agora?
É, tinha travado nos dois.
Eu tô funcionando.
Não tá.
Ah, sim, a gente deve estar.
Ali tá pausado, mas tá
A gente deve estar.
Ah, tá funcionando. Tinha que ser pausado.
What? Okay, good. Yeah, makes sense. Are we back? We're back. Cool. Not sure what happened, but let's go on. So yeah, 2018. What a great year.
2019 now, right?
2019.
Almost there.
Almost there. So we have that thing going on with the episode editor, maybe the competition, who knows. I think it's a good idea. We're working on that. Well, I personally expect more activity on Twitch and YouTube in general. I think, yeah, no, we're capable of talking about so much things. Like we have so much to tell and to chat about, and I think we can have more than one live stream per week, at least for a while. I don't know. I'm thinking about testing things like that, and I think it's pretty exciting to think of the possibilities, possibility space. But yeah, I think more activity on Twitch would be pretty cool, especially these kind of activity in which somehow we're chatting and talking about us and our work and stuff like that. Not only our games, those are great, obviously, but we're us. We want to get closer. I think it totally makes sense.
That's right. And 2019 is kind of the out of space year, probably.
Totally.
So we're going to be hearing a lot of the game and seeing probably like videos, trailers, and open beta as well. And we're going to events, a lot of events next year. So expect us on PAX 6 East and PAX Prime probably, PAX West, right? And also BGS, also Big Festival, also Gamescom probably. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, expect us everywhere because we want to take the game out there and to see if you guys and girls like the game. So.
Yeah. It's certainly gonna be like pretty intense, especially the first half of the year. It's gonna be intense. What else?
Yeah, we're finishing up multiplayer part of the game, programming the multiplayer system, online system. So it's gonna be nice to start next year testing with the community as well, the multiplayer, so people can play with each other and with us as well online. So it should be like our first big multiplayer game. So it's gonna be fun to try it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and no, it's gonna be so different from now, right? Like when we have multiplayer, like I can imagine, for example, we streaming while playing with people of the community or playing with each other. That's something that we never did, and it was simply not possible until now. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for this. Chris Bacon said his internet hates us. Not us, our stream, because it keeps looping at random. I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes we get this problem in which our live stream just cuts down in the middle of it, but it comes back and we're here. That's good. It's Leonardo. I think it's him. Yeah. Sorry if I got you wrong. the fan of Unity, that fan of Unity.
The probably.
I suppose so.
Here, actually.
It's just way too many events and you know,
Yeah.
t-shirts earned going and swags.
Swags, yeah, swags.
Yeah, it's the engine we use to develop games for like 10 years or something.
Yeah, we've been using like Unity forever, right?
Yeah.
Since the first version of the Unity was 1.6, just right in the beginning of the growth
Mac
of Unity. It was Mac only, that's right.
Yeah.
Only work on Mac, so
Crazy.
yeah, it was crazy, but we were there. So.
And we use it until today, so.
We use it.
Yeah, if I had to say, I think like 1/3 of his shirts are from Unity. Collected all these years, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They're the cool shirts, actually.
Oh, anyway, what else? 2019. Let me see. So more events, outer space going on, more streams possibly, and we have a workshop for Galaxy.
Yeah, we have this idea, we're just starting now to create this workshop integration with Galaxy with Pen and Paper. And but it's not for content yet, not the idea basically, is that we wanted to localize the game, to bring the game to other languages. But the thing is, the game is like too big, like it's 1,200,000 words, that's right?
Yeah.
120,000 words. And that's like very, very expensive for us, like to localize to just one language, and we want to like to bring to everyone. So we had this idea of like to have the community to help us. So we're integrating Galaxy Pen and Paper to the workshop, so you can have like, for example, just this spreadsheet where you can localize like for Russian, for Spanish, and for other languages. And the game would like just get the game for the language for the workshop and make it available for the other people to play as well. So, and if you have like, and on Steam Workshop we have this ratings, so you can see that if a language is good or not. So you can, the community can like vote for the best localizations and the translations actually, right? And we hope that the next year some of you guys are going to help us localize the game and to bring the game even further for other people. Considering that it's a very heavy text heavy game.
Text heavy game, yeah.
I think it's very important for us to bring to other languages.
And it was one thing that like many people asked for, right? Like it's something that people miss, the other languages options.
Yeah,
And
kind of like once a month, so someone like approaches and is like, "Oh, I can help you translate to Russian. I can help you translate to like Spanish, to Chinese," and we're like, "Oh, but it's hard for you to help us if we don't have the tool." And right now we're going to build this tool for you to help us. So yeah, finally.
yeah,
I hope to see like the game like in 20 languages, like all over the place.
and we're hoping it's gonna be like a collective effort, you know, because it's way too much work for one person to do so. And even that one person, considering that it's like someone that came from heaven and you know just was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna translate this for you. Even that one person can make mistakes. So it's very important that the community sees other languages and translations from other players as a thing that you might help improve, you know? Not only, I don't know, you criticize it and leave it apart, like most of the work is done, so if you can get in contact with them inside the community and get groups, you know, stuff like that, to improve the translations way better than starting one from scratch. So I don't know, we're a lot of potential, right, on this. I think it might be a solution for a lot of people that have difficulty with English or Portuguese. So yeah.
One idea that we're actually trying to, we're going to try it, is like to have this Google Translator version of the game. And I think this is like a starting point for everyone, like to just fix the translation and to see if it's good enough, you know, to play and understand the game. So in the very beginning of the workshop integration, we're going to add probably like 5 or 6 languages, but translated by Google. So it's going to be kind of a bad translation, but I think it's a starting point for you.
I don't know, Google Translation got better with time. I'm not quite sure how bad it is right now.
But there's a lot of specific things,
Yeah.
including like the specifics of the game itself, you know? Like
The jokes.
negotiator and the jokes and
Yeah, the jokes are gonna be tough to translate with Google. But anyway, it's better to start like to understand something than to understand nothing, right? Like if you don't know English, I don't know, maybe Google Translator version is something of a way to start. So yeah, what else? I feel like some games could be fun with Google Translate mode. Yeah, it is definitely gonna be fun in a way that it was not intended, but
like a weird fun.
yeah, weird fun. Like okay, this is not as it should be, but anyway, yeah. Finally, can translate a game to an unknown language, so no one that isn't the natives will understand. No, okay. What unknown language were you talking about? Like in the are you the one that lives in the Philippines? No, it's called Costa Verde, right? Costa Verde is a specific language. Do you know? Costa Verde.
Spanish?
It's Spanish. Costa Verde. I think it's Costa Verde.
I don't know what place.
Green Costa. I don't know. But I suppose you spoke like Portuguese. Anyway. So well, yeah. Anything else? We've talked a bunch.
Yeah, good.
New projects?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. Well, but we expect to get into something, right? Unannounced, but you know.
Next year.
Next year.
Next year we're going to have something new, so yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, outer space is our thing.
Is our attention, right? Yeah. And one thing that's pretty specific for our like city and stuff like that is that like here in Brazil now we're starting to have a lot of how do you say it in English? Open calls for investments in games. So that's pretty neat. I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see how that's going to change our scene here, our development scene. Because we have that one from outer space that was like the first one ever, and since then a lot of them came, and a lot of people got covered and got investments to making like games. So I don't know, maybe expect more Brazilian games in the future to reach the market. It's pretty exciting. I think it's cool. It's gonna be cool. 2019 is gonna be a powerful year for the industry, I think, at least for Brazil. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, a lot of time speaking already. Well, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all for the year, for participating in the community, for all the help, all the feedback, all the crazy general chats and things that we shared there and the funny moments. We've had a lot of fun, and we had like a lot of growth. We've grown a lot since we started the community, and it's awesome to count on you for the next year. So thank you all for coming here, for participating in the live streams. I expect more next year, more communication, more chatting on the Discord server. Remember that if you're not a part of the community yet, you can go there on discord.gg/Behold Studios to join us. And well, that's it. Have a nice holiday, nice holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that stuff. And yeah, thank you all. Bye bye. Until next year. You will.